All right, so today I forgot my stand, so kind of doing this a little bit differently today. But we're solving equations, same as before. The only difference is now we might be combining like terms with it. We might be doing the distributive property. This is one just to kind of get us going. So we're going to start. We're looking at this. Remember, we're trying to get x alone. So we're going to do the order of operations backwards. So that means we have to, if we were checking it, we'd say 4 times x plus 16. Well, so we would multiply first, then add. So now we've got to go backwards, and when we undo, we're going to do the additive inverse, because we want that to be 0. So we're going to subtract 16, or you could say add negative 16. Its additive inverse was 0. So now we have 4x plus 0. On the other side, we also have to add negative 16. So we have it's equal to negative 28. Well, 4x plus 0, of course, is just 4x. So if you want to not even write the 0, that's fine with me. So we're really left with, show me that you're subtracting 16 now. So we're left with 4x on one side and negative 28 on the other. So to get x alone, I have to get a 1x. So I can divide both sides by 4, which is also, remember that dividing by 4 is the same as multiplying 1/4 times negative 28 over 1. Okay, but it's much easier just to divide by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1x, and x alone, because that's 1 times x is x. And then negative 7 divided by 4, I'm sorry, negative 28 divided by 4, I'm thinking the answer is negative 7. So now we're going to check that. So to check it, we're going to go back, and we're going to substitute in 4 times negative 7. I'm going to go ahead and just use a parenthesis. Kind of shows that x, what's being held in there, and then plus 16. So now I want to see, can I get negative 12 on this side? Well, I better. So we do multiplication first. So I got negative 28 plus 16. And I have 28 negatives, 16 positives. So 16 positives cancel out 16 negatives over here, and I'll be left with 12 negatives. So I got 12 on this side, 12 on this side, so it checks. All right, so if for example 2, this time we have 3 times this quantity, 2x minus 5. There's actually 2 ways we can do this. Really, it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. So I'm going to do it with distributive property first, because we know that we can't combine these 2 terms, and if we have multiplication, we could distribute. So that's going to be 3 times 2x, which is 6x, and then I'm going to change that to plus a negative 5 times 3, which will then be 6x plus negative 15 equals 24. So now I'm going to try to get x alone. So I'm going to do my addition or subtraction first. So I'm going to add the additive inverse of negative 15, that's 0. So now 6x plus 0 is just 6x. So I'm going to bring down the equal sign, 24. Then we're going to divide by 6 to get 1x, or x alone. Divide by 6 here, and I've got x is equal to 4. Now before I check it, I'm going to show you one other way you could do it. Because 24 is divisible by 3. It's 3 times this, so you could actually divide this by 3, because 3 divided by 3 is 1. And 1 times this whole thing would just be 2x minus 5. But you would have to divide by 3 over here, not multiply. And that would give you, on this side, 8. So then we could add 5 and get 13. And that's negative 5. And positive 5 is 0, so we have 2x equals 13. What happened there? I did something wrong. Oh! I forgot to, wait a minute. If I divide by 3, I get 8. So I'm adding 5. Oh, that's, no. I don't know what happened there. 6x, 15, add 15. Oh, I never added 15. I'll get this A. So this was the wrong answer over here. Okay, that should be 39. Did you all catch that? Hopefully. And then 39 divided by 6 is going to be, let's see, 6 and 3 6, which will be 6.5. Okay, and if I divide both sides by 2 over here, whoops, x will also be 6.5, or 6.5. So if I check it, 3 times 2, and I'm multiplying that times 6.5, and subtracting 5, does that equal 24? Well, I'll multiply inside the parentheses first and get 13, and then I'm going to do 13 minus 5, which is 8. Then I have to multiply that by 3, which is 24. So it checks. All right, example number 3. So this, where'd it go? Let me do this real quick. No, maybe I won't do that real quick. Okay, well, we're going to stop here. I'm going to redo the or get this fixed because something's wrong with it. So we've got one video and then we'll have one more. See you in a minute.